Hi everyone. So happy Friday. It's Friday? Yes, it's Friday. Kelly đi làm cũng không nhớ ngày giờ giấc luôn. So today I'm doing a video to answer about my hair. A lot of people ask me about my hair extensions. So today I'm going to do a video on the questions that is commonly asked about hair extensions. So this morning, I had someone message me and ask me to get hair extensions. So I'll do an English speaking first, and then I'll do a little bit of Vietnamese after, okay? So hair extension. What is hair extensions? So hair extension is when you put extra hair into your head that is not your own. So all the photos that you see me having these long, thick hair, they're not my own hair, they're my hair extensions. And I also have hair extensions in me right now. You can see the purpley lighter pieces that I have around here. Those are my extensions. There are many different type of hair extensions. So there is fusion hair extension, which is individual strands. There are micro beads. There are sewn in, tape in, invisible beaded weft. So there's a lot of method of hair extensions out there, and I've been doing hair for, I would say, 21 plus years. So ever since I started my career, which is 21 so years ago, that's when I started hair extensions, wearing hair extensions, and ever since then I have not stopped wearing hair extensions. So you can imagine 20 years ago when back in the day when there's many different type of hair extensions, and I have tried them all in my hair. The one that I really liked before was the fusion hair extensions. So the fusion hair extensions are the individual strands. I put like 250, 300 strands of fusion hair extensions in my head before. And I wore that for like decades, right? And I changed it after COVID because after COVID, a new method came out, and it was way better than the fusion. The reason why I chose the fusion before, because it was more durable, it lasts longer, it was individual strands, so it's not like the taping that's thick, or it wasn't like the sewn in one or the glue one in. So those are very uncomfortable. So I wore the fusion. I don't like the microchip one, even though it's individual strands. It is because it slips out very easily, because the micro beads are made from silicone inside. So it wasn't long lasting because I style my hair and I brush my hair and I do so much things with my hair. So the fusion hair extensions back in the day was my to-go-to method. And then when COVID came, and there was a new method that came out, which is the invisible beaded weft hair extensions. So unlike the fusion, this beaded weft is not one strand, but it's actually a row. And the reason why it is beneficial is because it adds like a teasing cushion where you place the extension. So I would have like 5 to 6 row on my head. So it just go horizontal like this around my hair, and that gives me the layers. And I usually use like 200 to 300 grams of hair extensions. So that's why my hair looks so full. The more hair you have, obviously, the more beautiful it looks. A lot of time when hair extensions look fake is because there's not enough hair. And why is not enough hair? Because it costs money to have a lot of hair. So a lot of people tend to not spend much on the hair to get the hair, and therefore they put only a few in, and that's why it looks very straggly and unreal. But if you are going to wear hair extensions and pay that much amount of money, you might as well wear it properly, because if not, it just doesn't look nice. So The hair that I use are 100% Remy hair, so it is 100% real human hair. Hair extensions can be mixed with synthetic horse hair and a lot of other weird stuff out in there in the market. So make sure you're buying hair extensions from a salon or a registered business of hair, so that you're not getting like a black market hair quality, right? Because it's pretty dangerous out there, because you're putting it on your head and you're styling it, you're washing, you're sleeping with it. So you want to have like a good quality one. Now, I forgot to mention there were clip-ons, so those are temporary in and out, which bride usually use that for their wedding day. But since I love hair extensions, I want it in my hair 24/7, I prefer more of a permanent. Now, a permanent is not like forever. Think of my nail. So this is my nail with shellac. So think of the shellac nail as the hair extension. So I paint the nail polish on, which is like an example of me putting the hair extensions on. And then as my hair grows out, the extensions grow with it. So just like my shellac nails, as my nail grows out, as my nail grows out, the shellac grows with it. So I have to go and get it touched up, which means fill. So same thing as hair extensions. The hair lasts for years, but it's just your hair grows out, so you have to come back and have it adjusted higher up, because when the extension gets too long, then it becomes matting, your hair weakens, your hair naturally shed. So therefore all the hair that are not falling out, it's stay in the bead. And when it stays in the bead, and when you take out the hair extensions, those shedded hair naturally comes out. So it's not, that's one of the questions, does hair extensions harm the hair? So here, let me read some of the questions that I got. So, okay. A client asked me, Kelly, I want to have your hair like you. Okay, so first of all, my hair is color and highlights. So I'm naturally black, dark brown, almost black hair color. So that's my natural Asian hair. So I did a overall base color of like a level 8 ash blonde, and then I did full head of highlights on top of that color. So it's considered as color and highlights. So the part that you see that are more darker shade is the base color, and the color that you see that's a more purpley, that's more of the highlights. So my hair is color and highlights. Usually when you do color and highlight balayage at the salon, the salon owner, my boss, usually charge from $250 and up, depending on the length of the hair. So it's always the base amount price, and then it depends on the length and the thickness of the hair. So I always have a consultation with new clients, so that when they come in, I get to see their hair, I get to show them everything they need to know about the hair service, and then I quote them. And if they're happy with that, proceed. If they're not happy, then they can go shop at other salons for pricing. So I always say this price up front when I do any service, okay? So that's my hair. So my natural hair has color and highlights in it. And then the next question was, does hair extension cause hair to lessen or be rungtak? So no, hair extension does not make you shed any more than you should. So we naturally shed our hair, and depending on the method of hair extension, it can make your hair break more or less. So let's say the most damaging part of hair extension is when it's removed. So if the method that is put into the hair is too strong or not properly done, then when you remove it, then you break the hair when you take it out. The hair extension does not make your hair follicle per se weakens to make you thin hair, if that makes sense. So the hair extensions don't thin out your hair from inside out. The extension can break your hair, or in certain cases it can, if it's not done properly, if it's too tight to the scalp, if the method is not suitable for the client's texture, density, and lifestyle, then yes, it can not, it cannot be good for the hair. But hair extension does not make you thinning, if that makes sense. Stress, your body, your diet is what makes, and hereditary is what makes you thin from inside out. So that's the question. So proper hair extensions does not make you rụng tóc, doesn't make your hair fall out, okay? So have a thorough consultation with your hairstylist if you want to know more details. So next question is, can you color on top of hair extension? Yes, you can, if the hair extension is lighter than the color that you want to color. So for example, my hair extensions here, okay, originally it was a blonde, like a level 10 bright blonde, and I color it to like this purple that you see here. So you can color on top of hair extensions when you're changing the tone or you're going darker. If you want to bleach out hair extensions, I don't recommend it, because enlightener bleach, it's don't go there. Get yours. If you accidentally darken your hair extensions, keep that dark hair extension and go buy yourself a new bright hair extensions, and you have 2 sets. Because if you color on top of hair extensions, you don't, I mean, if you bleach or enlighten your hair extensions, you don't know what's underneath that hair, and you may wreck the whole hair. So don't go there. You can deposit, do a demi color or a non-permanent hair color to color over the extensions, but don't enlighten or bleach the extension, is my biggest recommendation. How long does hair extension last? So hair extension, the hair itself, like for the hair that I use, it lasts like 3-4 years. But the actual installation of the hair, it lasts as long as your hair grows. So for example, if someone grows their hair 1/2 inch to 1 inch on average every month, then as the hair gets longer off the scalp, you have to come and move it up. Just like my shellac nail, right? If my nails grow fast, my shellac won't last as long, right? But if my nail grows slow, then my shellac lasts longer. So the extension is just like your shellac. As your nail or your hair grows, the extensions and the nail grow with it. So that's why when it grows too long, you have to come and have the hair move up closer to the scalp. Because when the hair is closer to the scalp, it's stronger, it holds better. When it's too long, especially like 2-3 inches off the scalp, then it weakens the hair. So don't have the hair extensions in the hair more than 2 to 3 months without going to adjust it, okay? That's what I tell all of my clients. So obviously, just like a shellac nail, right? When you go for a refill or when you go in for adjustment, there is a charge, but it's not as expensive as when you went the first time. So because you already, the first initial visit is because you pay for the hair and the service. The maintenance is just the service, so it's a lot cheaper, right? And so the question is, how long does hair extension last? So the hair itself can last 3 to 4 years or more if you treatment, take care of it, don't rip it, don't be aggressive with it, and it'll last you very long. So next question, can this work on gray hair? Yes, it can. I have gray hair. That's why I color my base color, and then I have the highlights and then the extensions. So not gonna lie, my hair is high maintenance. I think my hair is like my mortgage, my house mortgage. it's definitely a maintenance, but it's affordable. So rather me spending money on like, fancy purse or clothing or shoes, well, no, don't go there. I love shoes, so yes, I spend a lot of money on shoes. But for example, I don't buy like, expensive brand name clothing. So, I don't have that taste for like luxury car. So I don't spend it on other things. So I save it on my hair and my skin, right? So you pick your battles. So hair extension is definitely more expensive than your usual hair service. But you know what? Your hair is your confidence. So if it makes you feel good, happy, you know what? Don't cheap out, because at the end of the day, chết cũng không mang tiền theo được. Cho nên, if having beautiful hair makes you happy, spend it on your hair. Don't go buy an LV bag or a Chanel bag, purse, if that's not going to make you happy. So, you pick your battles, and an average person can for sure, afford any type of thing that they like. It's just pick your priorities, right? So, next question. So, hair extensions. Hair extension costs. So, cost all depends. So, hair extension goes from $550 and up, depending on the length. So, 13-inch, 14, 20, 22, 24. So, the length of the hair determines the cost of the hair. The color of the hair also determines. If it's dark color, it's less money, and if it's bright blonde, it is more money. Just simply because it's coloring and it's processing and all that. So hair extension can start from $550 and up. It can go all the way up to like $6,000. So I'm not joking. If you do my hair, kind of like as much 300 grams of hair downtown Toronto, it's a lot of money, guys. So it's not cheap, right? But it's affordable. So let's say for my client, at the salon, we have our fixed price. But if a client say, Kelly, I only have $1,000, what can you do? And I want XYZ, I will let her know what I can do for her with $1,000. There's tax on top because we're in Canada. So I can always work with my client's budget. Like, let's say if she says, Kelly, I only have $600, what can you do? Then I'll do whatever $600 involve. So at my work, my boss is very reasonable. So the salon price, it's average, not too expensive, not cheap either, but we do accommodate any situation. So just talk to me, tell me your budget, and I'll let you know what you can get. And again, you're more than welcome to go and shop around to see what price fits you. But I always say, have a thorough consultation with your hairstylist, because especially when you have an expensive service, you don't want to, waste your money and not be happy in the end. So, yes, so extensions, it's not expensive, it's not cheap, but it is reasonable, okay? What's the next question? Oh yes, a lot of people ask, Kelly, can you give me a discount? Unfortunately not. I'll be honest, I work not on commission. I'm not paid like individual clients. I'm on salary, okay? So I have a fixed salary at work. I go in, I work, and whether, I do 10 clients a day or I do 5 or 1 client a day, it's the same thing. So unfortunately, the salon don't offer discounts, but we do, what's the word? We do udai. What's the word udai in English? So the initial part of the hair extensions, there's no discount because hair extension is expensive. But let's say if you're a regular client and you have to come back for touch-up, so if you come back every, religiously every 2 months, my boss does give a discount just because you're a regular client. So every client is different, and we can discuss that when you come and have your service done. But the initial service at the beginning, unfortunately the price is pretty much set. Again, if you don't want to pay more than your budget, then have less expectation. So rather than jumping to like a 20-inch long hair extension, which costs like, I don't know, $1,800, then you can, do a 16-inch. Rather than doing a blonde hair color, which is like more expensive, you can do a darker hair color, right? So anything that you do is more than what you came in with, what you previously had. So, if price doesn't meet, then try to like lower your expectation and see, talk to me or talk to your hairstylist and see what you guys can come up with. So that is regarding discounts. So sorry, I cannot give discounts. Yeah, so what else? Is it hard to take care? Oh, the length of the hair. We go up to as long as 26 inch or more. I have never had anyone ask for more than 26 inches hair extension. So we have all the length in the world that you can think of. So feel free to have fun. But again, the longer the hair, the lighter the hair, the more expensive the hair, okay? I hope that is all the questions. Is it hard maintenance to take care of at home? So no. Hair extension is not hard to take care of at home. If anything, it's easier than taking care of your own hair, because sometimes our hair is so thin and flat, it doesn't take anything. But the hair extension is very moldable. It's very, you can do curls, you can blow dry, you can put it up, you can put it down, you can do so many things with it. You can color it. So it's just like your own hair, but better. So the only thing I tell people who have not started liking hair extension is not to like hair extensions, because once you have it in, it is addicting, okay? And I've been addicted for over 21 years. So if you, I'm just gonna warn you, the only bad thing about having hair extensions when I do for my clients is that they love it too much and they say, Kelly, why'd you get me into this? So that's all I like. My recommendation is that, if you, it's like girls who go and get breast implant, right? That's a bad example. It's like wearing a push-up bra and not wearing a push-up bra. Like once you're used to that volume and, extra, it's hard to go back to your normal, is what I'm trying to say. So when you have your hair extensions in, you feel so full and thick, and then when you take them out, you feel like you have no hair. So it's more of a psychological reason, but hair extension is addictive. So that's all I have to say. But once you have it, and the method that you use or your hairstylist use on you that is a perfect match for your hair, honestly, it's the best thing ever. I get so much compliments on my hair, and my hair is like my walking business card. So it takes work, it is an investment, but you know what, I pick my battles. So I spend more money on my hair and my skin than anything else. So and food and shoes and my mission trip to Vietnam. So yeah, pick your priorities. But that's pretty much all the questions I usually get about hair extensions. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to answer them. But I think I covered it all. And just gonna show you my hair color. So this is the new hair color I did on myself. And this is me in the car. So this is see how the color looks in natural daylight. And this is me when I'm standing outside. So you can see the color, the purple. This is like a third wash, like so it's lighter than when I first had it. Yesterday was darker, today I washed it so it's lighter, and then tomorrow when I wash it, it's going to be lighter. So it's washing out, right? And eventually it'll go back to blonde. So I always say never be afraid to try hair color, because you know what, like have fun with hair color. Don't be shy, you can always change it, right? Life is too short. So those of you who are like, Kelly, I want something different. I don't want to cut my hair, whatever, but my hair is dark brown. What can I do? Do color. And if you're bored of brown and you're bored of blondes, do trendy color like blush rose, violet, indigo, aurora. Like there's so many colors to choose from, and you know what? It changes your complexion. It makes your skin tone so much better. So, see? This is me standing outside. And this is me inside. See? Oops. So you can see how hair color makes change my complexion. And I find I look less pale with this color, right? And it'll last me for a couple of weeks, and then it fades out, and then I'll do it again. So have fun with color, guys. So I think this video is long enough, so I'll do a separate video in Vietnamese, but I hope this answered a bit of a concern for those who want to know about hair extensions, want to get into hair extensions. I also teach hair extensions, so if you're someone who wants to learn about hair extensions to do in your salon or your spa, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to share knowledge. All of my fees that I teach goes to Better Futures for Kids. So aside from my daytime career at the salon, which is my tiền nuôi sống bản thân, my living job, anything else I do on the side all goes to our charity, Better Futures for Kids Foundation. So I do teach a lot of stuff. Music, piano, singing, hair extensions, anything that you see me do, balloons, like anything that you see me do that I share on Facebook, I teach them. So if you want to learn them, whether to do it on someone else or to do it on yourself, reach out, and it goes to a good cause, right? You're helping me raise money for our charity to help kids to school and raising awareness against human trafficking and child exploitation. So what else? Oh, I also teach hair color. So if you want to do your own hair color at home, if you want to learn it for work, nếu mà các bạn muốn học về tóc hay là muốn học tóc để làm cho bản thân mình hay là muốn đi làm, thì Kelly có nhận dạy cắt tóc, nhuộm tóc, tất cả những gì liên quan tới tóc, nối tóc. Và những cái tiền mà Kelly làm thêm á, thì Kelly sẽ gửi về cho hội giúp bé đến trường Better Future for Kids để giúp cho những trẻ em ở vùng sâu vùng xa được đi học. Đó thì một chút chia sẻ với các bạn, nếu mà các bạn có những câu hỏi thắc mắc gì nữa về nhuộm tóc, màu tóc hay là nối tóc, thì các bạn có thể comment ở dưới và Kelly có thể answer. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video is helpful and you can see more of my beautiful purple hair. Màu này Kelly lâu, một năm trước Kelly có làm rồi, nhưng mà năm nay mới làm lại, cho nên rất là thích. Và hôm nay á thử đeo cái đôi bông này nè, các bạn thấy dễ thương không? Nó giống như là mấy cái dangling đó. Kelly vẫn là người điệu nhất nhà, các bạn, tự hào luôn. Cho nên một chút chia sẻ với các bạn ha, thì có câu là không có người phụ nữ xấu, chỉ có những phụ nữ lười không chịu làm cho mình đẹp thôi. Thì Kelly điệu từ nhỏ rồi, cho nên Kelly thích xí xọn, thích điệu. Nhưng mà Kelly gặp rất là nhiều cô rất là đẹp, nhưng mà vì họ không có sửa soạn cho nên họ luôn nghĩ là họ không đẹp. Nhưng mà Kelly luôn nói với các bạn rằng không có người phụ nữ đẹp, xin lỗi, không có người phụ nữ xấu, chỉ có những người phụ nữ không chịu làm cho mình đẹp. Và nếu mà muốn làm cho đẹp thì cứ làm nhé. Khi mà mình tự tin, mình nhìn xinh xắn, mình vui vẻ với cái looks của mình thì mình sẽ thành công hơn trong cuộc sống và trong mọi quan hệ, và đặc biệt là mình cảm thấy hạnh phúc và yêu đời. Rồi, xin chào các bạn. Have a good Friday, have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone. Bye.